Hello everybody, it's me, Black Star Chan X3, aka Marshall. So I finally read Oracle of Seasons. Finally, it's been 3,000 years. You wouldn't know this, but I have literally read all the other Zelda mangas except for the two Oracle ones. The ones by Akira anyway, and in the future you will hear me say in videos that I have not read it because I was procrastinating so long that I recorded multiple videos of me mentioning that I had not read it. I have now, because my girlfriend sent me them in the mail and scared the crap out of me because there was no, there was nothing on it except for ominous 2 books, and I was like, whoops. She's very sweet, I appreciate it, thank you. So I finally read it because I was like, I have to. She sent them to me, I have to read them. I read one of them. I read Oracle of Seasons. Okay, let's get into the video now. Okay, so I wrote down a bunch of bullet point things. A lot of bullet points, yes. Unscripted videos are so great, aren't they? So, yeah. So one of my first things that I was thinking of, because I was trying to think for a really long time, okay, why don't I like Oracle? Because I had tried to read this manga so many times. I've tried to read it like 3 times and just could not do it. It sucked. I tried. I feel like I'm like justifying to a teacher. I tried to read it, and I tried to read it for this school project, and it just wouldn't work. That's what I feel like right now. So I tried my best, and I just couldn't, like 3 times, and then freaking obviously it got sent to me, and I was like, okay, well I have to now, because my girlfriend sent it to me. If she bought me manga, I have to read it. So I finally got the gumption, sat my booty down, and read it, and I had to like, that's TMI, I'm not gonna say what I was about to say. So getting into like the story, I don't know why in my head right now, the only thing I can have up there is the fact that Link's feet are prominently shown a lot in the intro, and that's the only thing floating around in my head is, man, he has really weird feet. I'm sorry. I don't know why that's in the noggin. I don't know why that's there. So yeah, it starts off and Link's like a little, farm boy with very weird looking feet, and he has a mark on his hand, and he's from the country, and he lives with his grandparents, and that's cool, and he's like, I don't want to be a knight, grandpuppy, and his grandpa's like, you gotta be a knight, or I'll slap you silly. And so he goes to the castle town, and he meets with this guy who glares, ogles, and stares at his boobs and his dick. I'm serious, there's a frame where this dude is just... he's getting an eyeful, and it's very funny. And I'm like, who is this Sasuke-looking gay boy? Who is this twink? Who, if there isn't fan art of them, I want to make fan art of them.
Update, I made an AU about them being gay.
So, you know, and one thing I will say, like, this entire story doesn't feel like Zelda at all to me, and I don't know why. Like, I kind of know why, but, okay, so, like, the whole vibe of this is that I feel like I was tricked into reading a random fantasy manga that just happens to have Link in it. Like, Link doesn't feel out of character for, like, other Links. He kind of feels like Blue to me from Four Swords if he had, like, a more fleshed out personality. Like, that's just my opinion, though. And then we're like, okay, so, like, he goes to the castle, fights the twink, and then he immediately gets, like, I was gonna say he gets his ass handed to him. He doesn't. He kind of low-key wins. He runs off because the royal guards are like, you're fighting. You can be fighting and you're bad. And he goes into a room, and there's the Triforce there just for no reason. And he touches it like a doofus, and then ka-chang, and he gets sent to Holodrum, and I hate Holodrum. He takes on the trial of the Triforce, which kind of implies this entire thing is just the Triforce with Link. And Zelda shows up for like 2 frames before she's gone again. Okay, and I have some things to say about the Triforce and Link, but that's a whole other thing. So, Link touches just a random piece of the Triforce, and we don't know which piece he touches. Like, with the framing, it's impossible to tell. But I have some questions on which piece of the Triforce he like, has. And we're gonna talk about that later, but yeah. So he gets transported to this random place called Holodrum, and he meets Din, and she's like the, outside of Link himself, she's like the other best part of this book. I like Din. She's cool. Like, she's just, okay, first of all, she a baddie, but that's another whole other thing. Like, damn, girl. Damn, girl. Like, Din is objectively attractive, and I don't want to hear no sass about that. And then friggin' Link's just a cutie pie who's like, I'm a pretty woman, I can't handle pretty woman. And you know, same dude. I have the same reaction to pretty woman too. Running away from them. Anyway, so he meets up with like the evil bad guy, and the evil bad guy is like, you threw a rock at me. I don't take kindly to people throwing rocks at me, so you must die. Insert the you must die from Zelda CDI. And he kills Link. Like, I'm not even like joking, he kills this dude. Like, he dead. He's Mother Day. Oh, he's dead. He needs some milk. And Din goes to go find this boy who's just dead in the field. And then she's like, I'm gonna revive you with my beautiful woman powers. Because pretty women can really do anything. And he joins their little circus crew, and that's cool. So yeah, that's kind of the vibe. And Evil Man, I forget his name. He's just Evil Man to my brain. He reminds me of Zant in his blatant misogyny, but that's a whole other thing. So this dude just got like a giant ball chain thing, and that reminds me of, one of the evil characters in the Link to the Past manga, like at the start with the, I can't think of what, I don't know if that character even has a name. So yeah, friggin' Link gets his butt whooped and Din gets kidnapped, and Link's like, oh no, and this is when the manga gets really, really garbage in my opinion. Like, oh my god, I just hate the setting of Holodrum. It's so bad. Like, the scenes where Link and Din are hanging out, and like, all up until like when she gets captured, I think that's all pretty well done. Like, I think they're kind of found family with the troop thing's cool, and I think, you know, how Din's like, don't hurt my baby, take me instead, that's my boy, don't hurt my boy. She's just cool like that, like, oh yeah, the woman character has to be a damsel in distress, blah blah blah, but Din's just a cool lady. She was like, I ain't gonna let this bastard hit my boy. So, yeah, and Link's little chicken character, I like Pyoko. Pyoko's this little chick that hatched at the beginning of the story, and she is like with Link the entire time. I like Pyoko. She's the only animal sidekick I like, actually. All the other ones suck. I hate the kangaroo. I hate the whole penguin sequence. I hate how the kangaroo stays the entire manga. Like, it's just bleh. Alright, so another thing I like is how, like, Link is just this feminist icon. So, like, one of my favorite quotes from him, let me see if I can find it. You will not touch Din against her will. Din is beautiful, so I understand why you're attracted to her, but when a lady says no, she means no. Now get out of here, old man. I love this guy. He's great. It's like, he's so great. I love little feminist Link. It's so funny to compare that with Minish Cap Link, who just looked up a woman's skirt just because. Like, I want them to duke it out. I want them to fight. I want feminist Oracle Link to teach this little shit a lesson about women's rights. Fucking Oracle Link woke up and drank Respect Women juice. He also woke up and chose violence. Oh god. Okay, so back to the kangaroo, because I'm reminded about how much I hate that motherfucker. I hate it. Okay, so like his design clashes with everything else in the manga. Like, he feels so out of place. And like, he's just such an asshole. Okay, I hate his character trope of he's just constantly pestering Link about whether or not Din is his girlfriend, and it's so awful. It's like, would you leave this man alone? Just let him care about Din however he wants without being like an invasive asswipe. Like, I just hate these character archetypes that only exist to like nag other characters about their relationships with other people. Like, it's just gross, and I've never liked it. It's something, if you do that in real life, you're shit too. Just saying. Like, if someone is comfortable enough with you to open up about their emotions and their feelings about someone else, you shouldn't take that for granted, for one. And two, they would just open up to you about it. And if they're not comfortable about it, they aren't going to. And teasing them is only going to make them not open to you about stuff in the future. So f you, stop doing that. I hate how this is like a trope and shit. Oh god, it's like, dude, you are not Link's friend. Stop pretending. Go away. Get out of this story. This kangaroo offends me. I hate. I have a love-hate relationship with the symbol on Link's hand, by the way, the Triforce. I like how it's just there because it's one of my favorite character designs about Link overall is when they do have the Triforce on his hand. But I do hate how they use it like as like an ex machina. I don't know if I'm using that term correctly, but like just they use it for everything. Like it's almost too focused on. Like as much as I hate Twilight Princess, I kind of like how it's less of like it's still an important thing, but it's not nearly as like this is the only important thing about you. But I have like a lot of issues with the general vibe of Twilight Princess, so we're not gonna get into that. Some of this, I wrote this down while I was reading, and something I noticed that really got on my nerves after a while was how the entire manga, some of the panels are so abruptly drawn. Like, I had to do so many double takes about what was going on because stuff wasn't telegraphed well. Like, it happened so quickly, and I was like, wait, and I had to go back and read it, and I was like, okay, this is what was going on, and I had to, like, really look at the panels to figure out what I was supposed to focus on. It was really annoying. And it's weird because I never had this as a problem in, like, other Akira manga. Like, I know Ocarina is really bloated with each page feeling overwhelming, like there's too much crap to stare at, but, like, I think I don't know if that was Akira's first manga, but it was definitely Akira's first Zelda manga, so I'm like, okay, that one gets some leeway from me for being, like, so everywhere, and also Ocarina of Time's a huge game to adapt into, like, one book. I don't know about Oracle, but, like, I don't know, I just feel less, forgiving. Okay, so something just random and funny to me is how Tears of the Kingdom totally ripped off the Oracle manga where the big baddie turns into a huge dragon at the end. I have it written down in my notes. The frame of Link is awesome on page 178. We'll have to figure out what that means. I have something to say. So we're looped back around to the Triforce thing now, finally. It only took 13 minutes. So, Link is, like, multiple times shown to be connected to the Triforce of Power. And I don't know if this is an error or what, I think it is, but it's just something I've noticed. So in this little Triforce attack motion, he's the one on the top. And then the top triangle is glowing when Din is talking to him later. And they keep having this conversation of awakening his power, which, like, power isn't associated with the Triforce of Courage. And I don't think, like, the Triforce of Courage really has any specific power given to the holder. Like, I looked this up a while back because I was trying to figure out stuff for Force Surge returns. I might be wrong. If the Triforce of Courage gives the wielder something special, let me know. But, like, trying to figure out what the Triforce pieces actually do was very, like, I got nothing. And I didn't think there was anything specific, but, you know, you never know. Blech. Okay, but yeah, that's just my little fan theory, is that, Link in Oracle, at least the manga, is the holder of the Triforce of Power. That's my theory, ba-bam. So much evidence. Considering this manga is short as hell, you know, that's enough evidence for me. And something else that I wanted to note was that I appreciate that Din and Link's relationship didn't feel very creepy. Like, so something I hate in media is when, like, a younger male character has a crush on an older woman. It usually just feels creepy and gross. I don't know about the actual show, I forget, but fandom depictions of Rarity and Spike, Canon, Dipper, and Wendy both come to mind for me. Like, they usually aren't handled very well. They either make the teenage boy, like, creepy in some way, or they make the woman creepy in some way by leading on this literal child. But, like, and I don't know how old Oracle Link is, but, like, freaking, it's obvious that dude's younger than Din. So, like, the fact that they make Din not act creepy toward him, and also just act, like, kind toward him, and he's like, he has a crush on her, obviously, but, like, the vibe is that he doesn't plan to do anything about it. Like, they just kind of act like friends, and I appreciate that, like, that kind of thing can exist without being, like, it's just what it is, you know? Like, it doesn't come off as weird, and I think that's, like, the bar is in hell, and Satan can't limbo under it. Like, you know, the bar for this kind of shit is low, but, like, it just impressed me with how, like, oh, yeah, this doesn't feel creepy for once. Like, I don't know, I just felt noteworthy. Something else, is that if I were to, like, point out a theme in this story, my honest thing would be, like, autonomy. I don't remember what one of the legendaries said the theme of this book was, but, like, the vibe for me was, like, autonomy. Like, it's brought up a few times, like how Link wants autonomy over his future and his fate. Like, he doesn't want to just be, like, whoever his grandparents want him to be, specifically his grandpa, and Din doesn't want to, like, she wants to do what she wants, and she wants to be free, and she doesn't want to be, like, only tied to being the Oracle of Seasons. She wants to be, like, with these people and enjoy her time with, the people she's grown to, like, be friends with, and she doesn't want to be, like, captured by this evil guy. I forget the evil villain's name. Onyx. That's his name. So, like, and then, like, the general vibe of Link not knowing what he wants to do with his life. Like, the vibe to me came off as, like an autonomy thing, like, in general. Like, that's the kind of, like, vibe I got, but I don't know. I realized I didn't ever make, a little blip about what I thought. So, okay, the art style in this one, honestly, carries the book, in my opinion. Like, which is sad because, like, a lot of the characters just clash with the art style, which sucks. But, like, the art style really does, like, look good and nice and is awesome. And, like, it's real cool. I like the art style. Like, it's less detailed than, Ocarina. Ocarina is, like, really detailed in comparison to this one. But this one's more detailed than Four Swords. Like, I would say this one's, like, in my opinion, better drawn than Four Swords. I especially like how Link is drawn himself. He's very cute, and it's like, it's one of my favorite Link designs across the, like, all of them. I would have to say that Phantom Hourglass is, like, very bottom tier. I want to do a tier list of all the Links in Akira's work, actually. I think that would be a very fun time. Something else to look into is, I briefly read, like, the first few pages of Oracle of Ages. I think that one might be more fun. So, like, okay, so my vibe is like, oh yeah, we already set up a lot of crap in the first one. Hopefully it can be better in the second one, you know? Like, I'm optimistic vibes. Perhaps it'll be better than the first one, because the first one was so mid. I'm like, please be better, please, I'm begging you. I'm begging you. Okay. Like, the art looks great in Volume 2. I mean, that's the only thing that was going for Oracle 1, but I'm sad, though. I don't really see Din in Volume 2, and I liked Din. I just see another pretty lady. I think she's the Oracle of Ages. There's also, like, this frigging old Link-looking dude, which is, like, interesting. It's one of Link's ancestors. I got spoiled on that. Oh, God. Because I've, like, flipped through these books, like, so many times, and I haven't not committed to reading them until now. If you've read Oracle, what did you think about it? Like, where would you rank it in all the Akira manga? Because I would definitely love to do an Akira manga, like, tier list, and then I'd love to do a Link tier list specifically. I would so rank Link's, like, side counterpart characters, too, because I didn't like the witch in this manga. She annoyed the crap out of me. She annoyed me so much. Like, I didn't enjoy her at all. She felt so cliche. She just existed to kind of, like, be annoying. Like, I don't remember her, like, doing anything specific. She stole the Rod of Seasons, and then she brought it back, but, like, they didn't really need to have it go somewhere else for what they, like, did. It just felt unnecessary plot point wise. But what do I know? What do I know? I just write nonsense in my free time too. But yeah, I'm trying to think of what one I should do next. Maybe Minish Cap, because, like, Minish Cap's a single volume. Phantom Hourglass is a single volume, too. I'm just, like, thinking I wouldn't have a lot to say about Minish Cap and Phantom Hourglass, so a scriptless one might be better. But we'll see. We'll see. If you liked Oracle, tell me what you liked about it, because I'm really, really curious if there's, like, a case to be made for this one, just because I'm, like, so pessimistic about it, and I'm sorry if this is your favorite out of the Akira ones. I'm so sorry. I'll try to like it next time. If I ever reread it, I probably will. I own it, like, 2 times now, so. This is the end of the video. Like, subscribe, all that, comment, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.